All right, hey, good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning, June the 7th, 2021, and what a great morning it is. What a beautiful day, and it's good to be together this morning. This morning, we're going to be, I'm going to pause just for today again on Zechariah as we head into the last chapter of Zechariah. We're going to hit that tomorrow. And so we're going to be in the Psalms again today. I do want to say good morning to everyone. And in case you guys don't know, yesterday was a big day. Yesterday, Antonio proposed to his beloved now fiance, Emma Caldwell. And so my wife and I are going to have a new daughter, another daughter. So welcoming Emma to our family. Congratulations to Antonio and Emma, and to John and Wendy as well, to the Caldwells. We love you guys and excited to be family and share grandchildren and all that good stuff. So it was a beautiful day, and we're excited. All right, well, let me say good morning to everybody this morning. Good morning to my mom. I love you, Mama. Good morning to the Eddies, to Lauren and Levi and Valor and Haven, and to Everett, and good morning to Jerry and Janet, and good evening to Dayspring in Scotland, and buenos dias to Elva in Mexico City, and good morning to John and Jan in Minnesota, and to Ruti, Boker Tov to Ruti, and good morning to Menyan and Rashad and Kelly and Melody, and to Jessica, and to Jerry and Janet. It says it needs to be louder, kiddo. You want me to lower? All right. And let's see here. Did I go? All right. And good morning to... Oh, yeah. Good morning to Pastor and Sister Martinez. And good morning to Jenny and to the Campos family. And let's see here. And good morning, Denise. Good to see you on this morning as well. And let's see, let me just refresh here. And turn my brightness down. All right. So this morning is the 7th of the month. It's June the 7th, and we're going to look at the Psalms today's Psalms. So today's Psalms are Psalm 7, Psalm 37, 67, 97, and 127. And we looked. I know last month we did, on the 7th of May. We also looked at Psalm 37, and we'll look at it again today, but probably not in as much detail as we did last month. Okay, hold on. Let me get my eyes are adjusting here without my contact lenses on.
Where are your glasses?
My glasses? Well, I have reading glasses. I have my contacts on, but I have reading glasses. But I didn't want to wear my regular glasses today, and I look like an old man when I do this. Although, boy, that does help a whole lot. But I'm not gonna do that because I'm not old yet. Although today I am the oldest I've ever been. So I set a new personal record today. And yesterday I made that joke, and my wife said to me, "Boy, that joke never gets old." And my reply was, "Well, actually, tomorrow it'll be a little bit older." That's good. Thanks. I was right. I was all over it. She actually laughed at that when I said that. When I actually can get a laugh out of her, spontaneous laugh, that's not like a rolling of her eyes at me telling the same old jokes. It's fantastic. It's always a big moment for me. No, she laughs. All right. Hey, so Psalm chapter 7, or Psalm chapter 7, just Psalm 7. Is a passionate song of David, which he sang to Adonai concerning Cush, a Benjamite. It says, "Adonai, my God, in you I've taken refuge. Save me from each of my persecutors and deliver me. Otherwise, he will rip me apart like a lion with no one to rescue me. Adonai, my God, if I have done this, if there's guilt on my hands, if I have paid back evil to anyone at peace with me or unjustly attacked my adversary, then let the enemy chase me, overtake me, and trample me into the ground, leaving my honor in the dirt. And what you have here is David's desire as he comes before the Lord to not simply say, God, fight for my cause. Just fight for me because it's me. David's desire is to genuinely walk in righteousness before the Lord. That's why you'll see in Psalm 26 where David will say, judge me, Lord. And that can be a question like, wait, why do you want God to judge you? But where he puts himself before the Lord because his genuine desire is to genuinely be pleasing, not to have a facade of pleasing, not to put on a performance. You know, when you think about Saul and when in 1 Samuel chapter 15, when Samuel came to him and basically said, look, it's over, buddy. You've disobeyed the Lord one too many times, and this is over. Why didn't you obey the Lord? And he said, I did obey the Lord. And he says, no, you didn't. Well, otherwise, why do I hear the sheep and the bleating of sheep that you were supposed to have destroyed? To obey is better than sacrifice. And so the Lord is tearing the kingdom from you. And what is Saul's response to Samuel? Saul doesn't fall down in repentance. He doesn't recognize his sin and say, oh, what have I done, Lord? Instead, he says, okay, all right, will you just go with me before the people so that it'll look good? Right? So that's what that looks like, that when you're serving the Lord and you're walking with the Lord, becomes something that is about a performance. That becomes something that you've been going through the motions, and it's more about your position now, whether you're king or whatever it is. It's more about just making it look good, rather than having there be genuine laying yourself before the Lord, saying, search me and know me. And here David, when he's facing persecution and he's calling on the Lord, he's saying, but search me. Lord, if I've done this, if I'm guilty in a way that I don't see, that I don't recognize, because his desire is to walk in integrity before the Lord, he says, then deal with me, because again, his desire is to genuinely reflect the character of the Lord. So then with that said, he says in verse 7, arise, Adonai, in your anger. Arise against the fury of my enemies. Awake for me. You decreed, you spoke, you commanded justice. Let an assembly of peoples gather around you and return on high above them. Adonai judges the peoples. Vindicate me according to my righteousness and integrity in me. Again, it's not simply, if read through the wrong lens, it could be viewed as David saying, I'm somehow being proud, but there's a genuineness again before the Lord. He's like, I genuinely want to walk with you. So I need you to fight my battles for me. I need you to go before me. I need you to speak up, to vindicate me. I need you to do this, Lord. You are my defender. That I need you, as we gather around you, we're depending on you, Lord, to come over us. Vindicate me, because I want to walk in integrity, in simplicity, in wholeness, that what's on the outside is truly what's on the inside, and vice versa. What's on the inside is what you see on the outside. Please, verse 10, please end the evil of the wicked and sustain the righteous. A just God examines hearts and minds. He recognizes that there's no performance that works with the Lord. That the Lord isn't into play acting. The Lord isn't fooled by the exterior veneer. He says he's calling upon the Lord, who he knows that God is just, that God is a God who who is righteous, who does what is right. And so he realizes, Lord, you see inside. You see inside me. You see inside them. There are times where you can say, you can't convince. There are times you can't convince someone of what's in your own heart, but the Lord knows. And he even knows what's in the layers of our own hearts and our own thinking beyond what we can see. He says, my shield is God, Savior of the upright in heart. God is a righteous judge, a God who is indignant every day. So in his judgment, he's having to deal with this stuff every day on every level. Verse 13, if he doesn't relent, he will sharpen his sword. He has bent his bow and made it ready. He prepares his own deadly weapons. He makes his fiery arrows. Look, the one pregnant with trouble conceives mischief and brings forth deceit. He digs a pit, scrapes it out, and then falls into the hole he has made. His mischief will turn on his own head. His violence will return. It says boomerang here, but it will return on his crown. I will praise Adonai for his justice. I sing praise to the name of Adonai Elyon. And what you have here is, by the time this ends, is again a recognition of God's faithfulness, a recognition, though the circumstances haven't changed, the psalmist's perspective has changed. He's calling on the Lord that you will fight my battles, and trusting that God's righteousness will prevail, and what the Lord has spoken, that the one digging a hole for me, that he will endure the consequences of what he's doing. That's not my job to dig a hole for him. I'm not going to fight him with the way he fights me. Lord, I'm calling on you. Rather than engaging there, I'm engaging you, Lord. I don't understand. Search me, know me. I just want it's not about winning the fight here. It's about saying, where am I with you? We go to Psalm 37 this morning. Psalm 37 says, don't fret. Now, the word, again, we've talked about this last month. The word fret is al titkar, which is to be kindled with anger. Don't be kindled with anger because of evildoers. So again, in Psalm 7, he's dealing with Cush, and he's saying, search me. He's taking it to the Lord. And he's saying, don't fret and don't be filled with anger because of what's happening over here, because of evildoers. And don't be envious, don't be jealous of them who do wrong, of those who twist things. For like the grass, they soon wither and fade like a green herb. And the word for fade has to be with navel. They will decay. They become like a corpse. Verse 3, trust in Adonai. Trust in Adonai and do good. Dwell in the land. Feed on faithfulness. Delight yourself in Adonai. Right? Take your pleasure. Be the word is oneg, which is to take pleasure in, to be brought. It's to luxuriate in the Lord. To delight yourself in Adonai, and it's a full, just in one sense, it's a picture of being brought up in his house, in being dwelling in the house of the king, of being his child, of partaking of what it is to be in the king's house. Delight yourself upon him, in him, luxuriate in him, and he will give you the requests, the desires of your heart. Commit your way, or roll your way upon the Lord. Gol al Adonai derecha. Roll upon the Lord your way. Trust in him. Put your confidence in him, and he will do it. It's an emphatic he, v'hu yaseh, and he will do it. He will make it happen. He will bring forth, or bring out, your righteousness, your vindication as light. He will do it. You don't have to do it. He will do it. Whether it's regarding Cush in chapter 7, the Lord will do it. The Lord is your defender. He will bring it out, and your cause, your justice, will shine as noonday. Verse 7, be still, damam, be still, be motionless, be silent before Adonai, and wait patiently. And the word for wait patiently is to has to do with the labor, the word for like writhing in labor to give birth. Like here it says wait patiently, but there's a recognition that this is uncomfortable, that something's going to come forth. You're writhing, you're in labor, trembling, but you're doing that before him. You're bringing it to him. So be still before Adonai. It's kind of what we talked about on Friday from Psalm 4. To wait, to be quiet on your bed, to not let anger take hold, and take it to the Lord. Here it says, wait patiently for him. Again, do not fret. Do not be kindled with anger over one prospering, flourishing in his way, over one carrying out wicked schemes. Put away anger. Drop your hostility, basically, is what he says. Relax, slacken your hostility. Let go of your anger. That's the word used for to let go, to put away, has to do with being lazy. In regard to anger, be lazy. Let it go, drop it. And turn from wrath, from that heat, from that wrath or that poison. Do not fret, do not be angry. It only leads to doing evil. For evildoers will be cut off, but those who wait, those who hope for Adonai, they will inherit the land. Yet a little while, and the wicked will be no more. Yes, you will look at his place, but he will not be there. But the meek, the afflicted ones, the poor, the needy, the humble, they will take possession of the land. They will inherit the land and delight in abundant shalom. And again, the word oneg, they will be luxuriously. They will be in the king's kingdom in fullness of shalom, in total, complete shalom, well-being and peace. The wicked plots against the righteous. He devises plans against the righteous and gnashes his teeth at him, and gnashes at him with his teeth. He grinds his teeth toward him. And the Lord laughs at him, for he sees his day is coming. The wicked have unsheathed their sword and have bent their bow to bring down the poor and needy, to slay those whose conduct is upright, whose path is straight, whose path is even and balanced. Yashar is to be evenly hammered out, upright, straight. Their sword will pierce their own hearts, and their bows will be broken, will be shattered. Better a little that the righteous have than the wealth of many wicked. For the arms of the wicked will be broken, will be shattered. The strength of the wicked will be shattered, while Adonai upholds the righteous, while he is the support, the leaning staff of the righteous. Adonai knows the days of the blameless. Their inheritance endures forever. They will not be ashamed. Won't be some embarrassing exposure. And in days of famine, they will be satiated. They will be satisfied. For the wicked will perish, and the enemies of Adonai will be like the beauty of the fields. Right? They'll vanish like smoke. The wicked borrows and doesn't repay, but the righteous is a gracious giver. And so the righteous walks in favor, in graciousness. For his blessed ones inherit the land, but those he curses will be cut off. From Adonai, a man's steps are made firm, are established, when he delights in his way. And here delights is a different word. It's the word chafetz, which is to will, to want, to desire. Right? So from the Lord, a man's steps are made firm when we desire and want God's path. Then we can walk firmly on that path. When we desire the path that he has for us, then from him, he's able to establish our steps. When we stay on his path. And though he stumble, he will not fall headlong. He will not be overthrown. For Adonai is holding his hand. Adonai is a support, is the one upon whom he leans. I was young and now I'm old. Yet I've never seen the righteous one forsaken or abandoned, nor his children begging for bread. All day long he is gracious and lends, so his offspring will be a blessing. Turn from evil and do good, so you may live forever. For Adonai loves mishpat. He loves justice. He loves it. He loves when we treat one another as equals, made in his likeness, with fairness, with rightness, that there's not deception and that there's not trying to play games. He loves righteousness, mishpat, and justice, caring for one another. And he does not abandon his chasadim, his godly ones, those of his chesed, those of his love and his faithfulness. They will be preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked will be cut off. The righteous will inherit the land and dwell in it forever. The mouth of the righteous utters wisdom, and his tongue speaks justice. The Torah of God is in his heart. His steps do not slip. So that's what the instructions of the Lord are in his heart, right? What's coming overflowing from his heart, the mouth of the righteous is overflowing with wisdom because what's in his heart is God's instruction. His tongue is speaking justice because what's in his heart is God's instruction. And therefore his steps are firm, they do not slip. Even so, we see in verse 32, the wicked lies in wait for the righteous. He's watching attentively, seeking, to slay him. But Adonai will not abandon, will not leave him in his hand, or let him be condemned when judged. So it doesn't mean he won't be judged. It doesn't mean that won't get a hold of him. But the Lord, you wait on the Lord will not let him be condemned, he says. Wait for Adonai and keep his way, and he will exalt you to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, you will see it. I've seen a wicked, ruthless man flourishing like a leafy tree in native soil. But once he passed by, he was no more. Then I looked for him. He could not be found. Notice the man of integrity. Pay attention to the man of wholeness, of integrity, and watch the upright, for the man of shalom has a future. But transgressors will be destroyed altogether. Those in rebellion against God's ways will be destroyed altogether. The future of the wicked will be cut off. Yet the salvation of the righteous is from Adonai. He is their stronghold in times of trouble. Adonai helps them and delivers them. He rescues them from the wicked and saves them because they take refuge in him. Now, I'm going to skip ahead to Psalm 97. We're going to close with 67 today. Psalm 97. Adonai reigns. Let the earth rejoice. Let the many islands be glad. All right, there's a great reason for the land to rejoice, for the lands that are far away, because the Lord reigns. When you know who God is and what he is about, when you know that he is ruler, there is a place for rejoicing because there is hope that this world, that this kingdom will be restored, that his purposes will be accomplished. And so the earth can rejoice and be glad. Clouds and darkness are all around him. Righteousness and justice are the foundation of his throne. They're that from which his throne is established. Fire goes before him and burns up his adversaries on every side. His lightning lights up the world. The light of him sparks, flashes in the world, and it uses the word tevel in like a cosmic, global sense. The earth sees and trembles. It shook and trembled the earth. The mountains melt like wax at the presence of Adonai, before the face of the Lord of all the earth. Because what we're going to see again is the face of the Lord, the presence of the Lord. When we pray something, we say a blessing that says, may your face shine upon me. That when the face of the Lord looks upon me, does he smile? Does it shine? The same face before the Lord, it all melts. Everything that covers up melts away. And what is there is revealed. Here it says, verse 6, the heavens declare, they make known, they disclose his righteousness, and all the peoples have seen his glory. Let all who serve carvings, graven images, be ashamed. Who boast in idols, bow down before him, all you gods. Zion hears and is glad, and the daughters of Judah rejoice because of your judgments, because of your mishpat, because of your justice and your judgments, O God, Adonai. For you, kiata, because you, there's an emphatic, you, Adonai, are most high. You are exalted. Whatever else I see, it is you. Whatever is above me, you're above that. You are exalted above all the earth. You are exalted far above all other gods or Elohim, above all the great ones. Whatever it is that's above me, you are above that. You who love Adonai, hate evil. Lovers of Adonai, it says, hate evil. He watches over the souls of his chassidim, of his chesed ones, of his loved ones. He delivers them out of the hand of the wicked. Light is sown for the righteous, and gladness for the upright in heart. Rejoice in Adonai, you righteous ones, and praise, and the word for praise here is hodu, which is to give thanks, but it's from the word yada. To give thanks is to make known, to acknowledge. So when you're giving thanks, you're acknowledging, and in that acknowledgement, you're expressing gratitude, but it's to make known. Rejoice in Adonai, you righteous ones, and make known or give thanks. Make known his holy name, to be that it would be remembered. To call in the, because it closes with zecher, to remembrance, to call to mind his holiness. Psalm, that was 97. Psalm 127 is a song of ascent. It's a psalm of Solomon. It says, unless Adonai builds the house, im Adonai lo yivnei bayit. If Adonai doesn't build the house, if Adonai doesn't fortify the house, that's im is a if, the conditional. If he doesn't build the house, shaneh, then in vain, in emptiness. And actually, in that word can even be deception. In deception is his toil, the one building it. If Adonai's not building it, then you're just fooling yourself. It's in vain, it's in emptiness, it's in deception that the builder builds it. Unless Adonai watches over the city. If Adonai doesn't guard the city, the watchman stands guard in vain. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how big whatever your building is. Whatever it is you're building in your life. Whatever you're building and what God, you're saying, I'm going to do this. The question, if the Lord isn't building it, then it's all futile. If the Lord isn't watching over it, then it doesn't matter. You could fortify everything. It doesn't matter. If the Lord is not, if you're not submitted to him, then it doesn't matter how much on guard you are. You don't have the strength to protect it. It's in emptiness. It's in deception. It's in vain. Verse 2 says, in vain you rise up early and you stay up late, eating the bread of toil. For he provides his beloved ones, for his beloved ones, even in their sleep. So, and literally it says, he gives his loved ones sleep. It's simple. It says, ken yiten, yes. He gives to the word for beloved, like your laidido has to do with my beloved. When you read in Song of Solomon, I am my beloved. So he gives those that he loves, his beloved ones, sleep. He gives you rest. It's not about having to rise up early and late and toil, eating, toil, when that's not what his intention ever was. He came to give us Shabbat, to give us rest. Behold, children are a heritage of Adonai. The fruit of the womb is his reward. As arrows in the hand of a mighty man, so are the children of one's youth. So looking and saying, it's the Lord that provides. It's the Lord that gives you your heritage. All of your hoarding things up, all of that stuff, building your houses, guarding your gates, keeping watch over everything you've got, like this is the blessing of the Lord, that this is my heritage, this is what I've got to pass on. And he says, no. The Lord gives you sleep. He gives you rest. And what he's given you, he says, your children are your heritage. They are your heritage. And so this pouring into them, pouring everything into them to know him, that their hearts would be full of his instruction. They are the heritage. You're ready for battle. It's not because you've got guards on the gates, but because he has filled your quiver with arrows. And then this morning we're going to close with Psalm 67, which we pray part of this every week. It says, may God be gracious to us. Elohim Yechanenu, which is God, may he show us favor. Chen is favor, grace, kindness. May God be kind to us. May he show us favor. May he cause his face to shine upon us, right? May the light of his face be with us. You just hit the Selah button there. Just stop. That's the prayer. Lord, show us your favor and bless us. It says, may God be gracious to us and bless us. May he bless us. May the light of his face, may the light of his face be with us, be upon us. Why? I want your blessings, God. I want you to smile, Lord. I want your light. I want your light with me, the light of your face with me. Why? Lada'at. There's the lamed is to or toward. So for this purpose, so that your way may be known on the earth. Yada, that it may be known, made known. And this word, yada, to make known, to acknowledge, and again, that connecting with hodu and to give thanks, that this word is throughout this Psalm 67. May the Lord bless us and keep us. May the Lord make his face to shine upon us. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon us and give us peace. Lord, bless us. Why? Lord, let your face shine toward us. Why? Let your light be with me. Let the light of your face be with me. Why? In order to make known in the earth your ways and your salvation, b'kol goyim, and among all the nations, among all the Gentiles, among all the peoples, your salvation, Yeshuatcha, your Yeshua, your salvation, your deliverance. Lord, let your way shine upon me so that your way may be known on the earth, your salvation, your Yeshua among all the nations. Verse 4, let the peoples praise you. May the peoples make you known, is what it says. So we, Amim, it says, Yoducha Amim, may they make you known. May they acknowledge you, the peoples. Let all the peoples acknowledge you, make you known. Verse 5, let the nations be glad and sing for joy. It says, let the peoples shout and rejoice. Or let them rejoice and shout. It says, for you, why? Why should all the nations and the peoples shout and rejoice? Well, the Lord reigns, let the earth rejoice, right? Psalm 97, let the people be glad. Well, here's Psalm 67, the nations can be glad and sing for joy because you will judge the peoples fairly. For he will judge the peoples from straightness, from yashar, from his uprightness, from that. The Lord reigns and his ways are being made known. Let your light reflect off of me. Let your blessings be upon us so that your deliverance, so that your purposes, so that your salvation can be known on all the earth. So that people who are oppressed, people who are suffering injustice, when they encounter you by seeing the light of your face shining upon me, shining upon your people, then they would recognize how you operate. That you, Lord, judge the people in fairness, in mishpat. And it says, and you guide the nations. You will judge the peoples fairly and guide the nations on the earth. All the peoples on the earth he will lead, he will guide. Not going to leave us wandering. Not going to leave us fumbling in the dark. But there'll be this light
this light shining forth so that his Yeshua can be made known, and so he can lead all the peoples of the earth, no longer stumbling in the dark to see his ways. Verse 6, let the peoples praise you, O God. And again, it says, it's acknowledge, it's yoducha, it's may they make you known. May the peoples acknowledge you. May they know you and make you known is the idea. May they make known the peoples. Oh God, let all the peoples acknowledge you, make you known. Not just a few of them. The desire is all of them. All of them, amim kulam, all the peoples, the whole of the peoples, everybody. Bless me, not just so that I'll be blessed. Let your face shine upon me, not just so that I'll just be in sunshine, but because of your purposes, so that amim kulam, all the peoples will know you, will acknowledge you, will be led and directed in your paths, will experience your justice, will experience who you are. Verse 7, the earth has yielded its harvest. The land has given her produce. God, our God, he will bless us. God will bless us. And they will fear him, is what it says. All the ends of the earth will fear him. But it says, Yivarchenu Elohim, he will bless us, God. God will bless us. And then it says, Veyiru oto, it says, and they will fear him, all the ends of the earth. So he'll bless me, but the result of that, he'll bless us, he'll shine upon us, but the consequence is this emphatic, they will fear him is the emphatic. They will fear him. They're not going to look at me. Their focus isn't going to be fearing me. It's not about me. It's not about respecting me. It's not about me at all. But it's about bless us so that we may be a blessing. So that all the ends of the earth will know your Yeshua, will know your salvation. That's what he's called us to be. Then they will fear him. It will point them to him. They will know his ways, his righteousness, his justice, his goodness, his beauty, that he delights. He's delightful, and he wants to give the delight of all that he has for us. He wants us to delight ourselves in him, to be his children who know him, not to be afraid of the wicked that was like a tree that looked like it got really big, and it's gone now. But he endures forever, and his love endures forever. So don't lose sight of who he is in the midst of all of it, to stay focused on his way, to glorify his name, to make his way known in all the earth. And to just roll back to Psalm 7 is to say, Lord, I want you to shine your face upon me. That when your face looks upon me, that you see the heart and the mind. You see what's really going on in the depth of me. Lord, I don't want, like David prayed in Psalm 7, I don't want to walk in putting on a show. I want to be the real deal. I want to be truly a reflection of the beauty of your character in every part of my life. So that as you shine on me, that people will see you and they'll be blessed in knowing you in your ways. Amen? All right. Well, those are our Psalms for today. Let me say good morning to anybody that I may have missed. All right. Sorry, I'm putting the old man glasses back on. Good morning to Kelly Kenfield. Good morning to Elizabeth and Jesse and Philip and Salome. Good morning to Sonia and Margarita. And good morning to Pat and Lori. And to Sarah. Good morning to Sarah. And good morning to, I think, on that page. And Rachel, hey, from in Ohio. Good morning, Rachel. And all right. Did the volume all get squared away, by the way? Yeah. All right. We may have to get the new wireless mic. Go back to that eventually. And ciao to my cousin in Italy, to Pina. Ciao, Cugina. And good morning again to, I think that's everybody. All right. I think that's everybody. Well, hey, listen, we want to invite everyone, if you have some time, join us on the Zoom Overflow today. We take about a half hour just to touch base with each other, encourage one another. If you have any thoughts, questions, things that you want to share, things the Lord's been putting on your heart, then we just want to have that time to see one another face to face. Or you can just sit there and smile at the camera and let us see your face smiling. So the link is in the description, the Zoom info, with the link and it's going to be in the chat as well. So, all right. Well, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace, so that, Lord, bless us so that we may be a blessing. God, be gracious to us and bless us. Make your face shine toward us so that your way may be known on the earth. Your salvation, your Yeshua among all nations. Shalom, shalom. Have a beautiful day.